Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. So take your seat, but don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague. And of course, have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister await you.
Great afternoon, listeners. This is the Business End, and I'm your host, Zidane Simister. My co-host is unavoidably absent today, but I want to celebrate with him, Apostle Courtney McLean and Reverend Nadine McLean, celebrating another fantastic year of anniversary. We want to give them thanks. We want to honor them. And so we say, happy anniversary to Apostle Courtney McLean and Reverend Nadine McLean. So we are here on the Business End, and the Business End is a program. It's supposed to help you to embark on a journey if you are a business owner or a prospective business owner, to give birth to that business, to give you the tools, the practical solutions for you to embark on that particular journey. And we speak with professionals, experts in the field, and also business owner. So today we have an expert in the field of microcredit. Today our guest, Lady Diana Allen, who is the Business Development and Marketing Manager at Niche Financing Limited. She has almost 20 years of experience in finance. She is also persons who have worked with persons who would start businesses, branding businesses, helping them to bring their business to the fore. She helps people position their business. And so she is an expert today. And welcome, Lady Diana.
Welcome, Zidane, and thanks for this opportunity.
It certainly is a pleasure to have you here. And so we start by saying, who is Niche Financing Limited and what do you offer?
Thanks for that question. Niche Financing Limited is a founding member of the Jamaica Association of Financing called JAMFIN. Niche Financing is also registered by the Bank of Jamaica. The company started in 2004, that is, when at that time in Jamaica, research was done and it proved that there was a constituency of borrowers at that time who lacked the strength of borrowing, and they sought flexible financing and could not find it from the traditional lending institutions. That gave birth to Niche Financing. And so the first branch started, which is now our head office at 94 Constant Spring Road. To date, we have 4 other locations. We have Morant Bay, Maypen, Mandeville, and Montego Bay. Niche Financing caters to employees who work in the private sector, the public sector, and of course, entrepreneurs. We don't just lend loans. We offer literacy, financial literacy. We offer business counseling and credit counseling.
Seems like just the place for somebody who wants to start business to go to knock on the door, because you will find that practical, that flexible solution for that business. Let me ask you though, you made mention of why you started. Can you expound a little bit on what is the vision and mission for Niche Financing Limited?
The vision of Niche Financing Limited is to create winning opportunities and experiences for our customers. The mission is also to provide exceptional customer service, product delivery. We emphasize on strong client relationships and our team members working a professional, knowledgeable, and friendly environment.
Oh, that seems like a mouthful. But you know, there's a saying and there's a feeling in the Jamaican landscape that loans are bad. Why take on debt? Why take on loans? So let me ask you, when is it beneficial for a business owner to take on loan and why?
All right. Every business owner, every entrepreneur, their main objective in going into business is to make a profit and to create wealth, to provide for themselves, their business, and their family. The when in making that decision is usually decided by these entrepreneurs, depending on if they're just starting out, needing capital, or their businesses have grown They could have been guided by their financiers as well or their accountants, and that decision is taken by them. Now, debt financing is very important. It is also can be seen as an investment into the business because not every business owner will have that capital or equity which is required to start or fund the business along the journey, whether it's in the medium, short term, or the long term goal. So, debt financing is seen as a form of investment. I could share examples with you as well. You're talking about regular unsecured loans with installments over a period of time. You're talking about financing in the short term. You're talking about bridge financing for invoices or paying creditors. You're talking about collateralized loans, which are guarantors, financed by real estate, investment hypothecation for investments, or life insurance policies. These are the different types of debt financing that can be offered to customers depending on the phase in their business life cycle.
Wonderful. So if there are at different stage, there is a product or there is an avenue, an option for them to access so that they can move their company forward. But let me add to what you have just said. You made mention of all of those avenues to access, but I want to also add to the listeners out there, when you are deciding to take on loans or take on debt to grow your business, as Lady Diana Allen says, you can see to further your business or to make your business grow. Now, the idea is that when you take on that debt, there's a cost to take on that debt, and that debt is called interest rate, that cost. Now, the money that you're going to be making from that debt or that loan must be greater than your interest cost that you're paying. If you're not doing that, then what you're effectively doing is then you're making the money just to service the debt, and you won't move from the stage growth that Lady Diana Allen is speaking of. So when you're considering taking a debt, work with your financiers, work with your financial institution so that the payments that you're making back is smaller than the money that you intend to make. And that is the kind of flexibility that Niche Financing Limited is promoting to you guys, that you ought to look on your specific situation to ensure that the cash flow that you're going to make from that loan is greater than the loan payment, and so you can move your company forward into the next level. So while I'm on that, Lady Diana Allen, the traditional space, a lot of persons tend to go to the commercial banks first. Tell me, what is the differentiating factor between you and the traditional lenders? What is the benefit of somebody coming to you, and what is the differentiating factor why they should come to Niche Financing Limited?
All right, so let me also share the reality. All financial institutions, whether it's a bank, a credit union, or microfinancing like Niche, they all lend loans once the client can meet the criteria. The differentiating factor with Niche is how Niche was born. As I said, I just want to remind our listeners and our viewers, there is a constituency of borrowers that find the inability to meet the requirements to qualify for loans, and Niche did research in that, and that is how we were born. Now, I also share a proverb. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. I want to share that additional benefit that Niche does not only lend loans. We offer the counseling and the advice because we want our customers to grow. And so we give the credit counseling and the business advice to take them throughout the step of every journey. And that's where we come in. Because if you can guide a business owner based on their objective when they come to you, how they are going to achieve that objective, the inroads, how are they going to manage their cash flow, when to employ other strategies, they will return to you, and that is all our testimonials from our customers. They keep coming back for those added value. They're coming back for the exceptional customer service, and that's where Niche offers the added value to our clients.
So then you sit and you work with your clients. You sit and you develop a plan to work with your client. So in essence, what separates you from the other traditional financiers is that you actually have a financial counseling session. Yes. A financial counseling session in which you have tailored to fit the needs of the individual clients. So you don't have a one shop, one fit all size for all your clients. Tell us about how you have gone above and beyond in structuring such a tailored fit a package for your potential clients.
All right. Majority of the clients that come to us cannot get financing elsewhere. And so we listen to our clients. We offer refinancing options for our clients. They run businesses. They have to manage these businesses. Remember, in COVID, the pandemic affected many businesses. They can't close down. So Niche now has to assess their businesses, conduct a site visit. If we have to give them an extended time period on their loans, we will do that. If they have excellent credit history, we might want to discount the rate and give them some more affordability. If it's a case where they are borrowing the loan and they need additional funding, we might say, okay, we can pre-approve a facility for you, right? Your business is at this growth phase. We can't unlend the amount of money that you need right now, but we will lend you a portion. Say you want $10 million. We will lend you, say, $3 million. We assess your business after another 6 months, and then we will unlend another 3.5 and going along, and we will unlend the rest because your business capacity does not meet. You don't have enough cash flow. You're not generating a profit right now, but you have to remain viable. And so we walk you through the steps and we guide you to ensure that you remain viable, and you will come back to us and you will share that message to others.
So you're telling me that Niche Financing Limited, get this, you will assess the persons and give them the loan in tranches,
Yes.
something like a revolving credit.
Accurate.
Mighty. And you also said that you would go to the potential borrowers, assess their business, so you meet them at their doorstep.
Definitely.
So you have 5 branches, but you covered wide Jamaica.
Definitely.
So your persons are traveling across the island,
the length and breadth.
the length and breadth, because you care about your clients,
Yes.
not just to book the loans, but you care about the well-being of the clients. Now, those are the kind of things that you said set you apart from your competitors.
Accurate.
Now, I wonder which business owner out there is taking notes right now that you have to go above and beyond your competitors. You have to meet your clients at their doorstep, meet them at their needs, meet them at whatever strategy is needed to grow their particular business. Because once your customers' bank accounts is growing, then they have enough to purchase a good or service from you. That is what the principle here. That is what we're promoting. If the buyers and your customers are growing, then you must grow because you are in their face. You are the person that is pushing that particular product. Let me ask you. In your line of business, what are some of the challenges that you would have heard some of your business customers speak about, and how would you have recommended them coming out of that kind of rut?
All right, so I'm going to share a few challenges, and some are not so challenges, but is lack of information and preparedness. One of the main basic one is the application process. Businesses, of course, I said we report now to the Bank of Jamaica, and one of the checklist items is registration. They come to us for a loan. These are new businesses or existing businesses that have been around for quite some time. They don't have a registration document. We're not going to turn down that transaction. By the time the transaction is approved, we recommend them to the Companies of Jamaica, which now also has an online platform. We sometimes recommend names for the businesses, and they get their registration document just in time before the loan is approved. Another challenge we recognize is also commingling of funds. They have a bank account, but it's a personal bank account, and so they put the business funds along with their savings accounts. There's no separation.
No, I want you to stop right there, Lady Diana Allen, because that is a major problem with a lot of small businesses. Whether they have it as a sole trader or they have the business or a limited liability, sometimes what they tend to do is to see the business account as their own wallet, as their own bank account for them to go into and to satisfy their personal life. No, that is a grave mistake. So we want to encourage potential business owners and existing business owners have separated bank accounts. Your expenses to the business must be aligned, associated with the business expense. Pay yourself. And when you pay yourself, then you're able to expense your personal expenses from the amount of money that you pay yourself. You run your risk of overextending or overcompensating in the business, and then the business is crippled because the cash flow is taken out and there's not enough cash flow to give it the business legs. So we're saying separate the bank account, separate the expenses so that your business is able to take legs and grow. Lady Diana Allen continues.
All right, so you are correct, Zidane. Right, so they mix the funds. So we will advise these customers to start a business bank account, right? Retain your receipts, retain those invoices. You will need them in the future to process the loan. Denying or delaying a loan does not mean denying the transaction. Delayed gratification is good. Sometimes when you advise them what to do, mark you, they might not necessarily need the loan from you in the future, or they can recommend someone to you. So again, the financial literacy is important to guide them how to operate, because we not only lend loans, as I said, we guide the process in order for them to learn and grow the business from stage to stage.
Now, if you had the power, now I know you may not, but if you have the power to change anything in the microcredit sector, what would it be and why?
All right, interesting question. I'm going to take it from an industry perspective, but if I had the power, I would ensure and promote that more individuals start their own businesses and assist them in getting the well-needed financing. In January 2023, the MSME Alliance and JDIC revealed that 6,000 entrepreneurs start businesses and 50% of them have a failure rate. Some of the rationale is lack of funding, bad partnerships, lack of marketing, lack of know-how, inadequate research. I encourage and recommend individuals who are starting their own businesses to get support from agencies like the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. They have incubator resources, they have training, JAMPRO, register your logos, register your trademark. We have agencies like the Development Bank of Jamaica as well. They have an Ignite grant funding. And so individuals, please go to these companies' website or call to get the information to support you. We want you to grow. We want you to do well. And the help is out there. Just ask your financiers, ask your accountants, ask your network, and get the help well needed to grow your business.
So Lady Allen, what about you made mention of there are certain standards in the traditional financing sense, where persons don't meet a criteria and they're turned back or they're rejected at the moment in time. Is there anything that you would change if you had the power around how that assessment is done and what can potential customers or potential clients in Jamaica use as collateral? Is there anything along those lines that you would change, or those are just casting stones?
Lending for financiers is a risk. We are taking a risk, and also borrowing by the business owners are also a risk. So it's a shared risk. What we do differently, or what we are doing differently, is being more flexible, right? If a client does not meet a requirement, it doesn't mean that you deny the loan, right? You can offer an alternative for them. One such main one I spoke about before is pre-approving the facility. Give the individual a chance. Once they meet all the other requirements, you're not going to take the risk and lend all the money at once. You're going to assess the business as the business grow, and then you lend in tranches. If it's a case where it's a repeat customer, they have been with you for years, their repayment history is good, give them some more time to repay the loan. Be more flexible with them. Reduce the rate that you charge on the loan and give them the assistance that they need.
I'm happy you mentioned repeat customers. Let me put this to you. Is it better to have repeated customers versus new customers? Because one would think that if you have a repeated customer, then that person is in a debt spiral. Is it better to have repeated customers or new customers?
All right. Equally important, repeat customers are the lifeblood of the organization. They were there with you from day one, started with you, and they are there. These are your customers who share feedback with you how to grow your business. These are the customers whose investment are paying your bills, paying your staff salaries. And so you need customer retention strategies to grow. MYOB, manage your business with the passion or the purpose why it started. Why? Yes, there will be challenges. Grow and adapt. O, take ownership for this retention or repeat business and listen to them and provide what they're asking for. Create a website, create social media platforms, give them promotions, offer discounts, birthday messages, take care of them, and you increase customer loyalty. And B, bang for buck. If you are not making a profit, do your due diligence check, make your internal checks to ensure where you're going wrong if you're not managing your expenses. For new customers, I'm going to use this acronym. Who loves a BMW? The features, the digital features, the luxury, the look, it's pricey. It's pricey to acquire new customers, and you will have made promises to them. B, build out your network. You have persons in your circle, they can recommend new customers to you. M, manage your expenses. Create a budget, a marketing budget, a sales budget. Hire the expertise, a social media specialist. W, walk the talk. You made promises, excellent customer service. You made promise, faster turnaround time. You made promise, delivery time reduce. Walk the talk to ensure that you meet these promises, and these new customers will be retained as your customer retention. And so they are equally important, because if a business needs to grow, they need new customers. But if they need to survive, just as in COVID, they are relying on their repeat customers. So they are equally important. It's just depending on the stage of your business and when to make that call.
Okay, so we're almost out of time, but what is next for Niche Financing Limited, and do you guys have any promotions in the near future?
Niche Financing Limited, always innovative. Look out in 2024 for a new product line in MSME, small and medium enterprise. Follow our pages on social media. And of course, there will be something there for you, new entrepreneurs or existing entrepreneurs. We are tailoring again. We have done our research, and we will roll out a new product line. Yes, at this time of the year, our 43 days of Cashmas Christmas promotion continues until December 31st. You have year-end goals to complete. Transform your home, paint it, put on a new roof, transform the inside, purchase new furniture and appliances, pay off your school fee. Start 2024 with financial freedom by paying off your debts. Niche is here to assist you. Don't wait too long. December 31st, go on our website. It takes 15 seconds to apply. www.nichefinancingja.com.
All right, so you would have mentioned your website. Is there any other way that customers can contact you?
Yes. Contact our switchboard 876-969-7008. WhatsApp 876-469-1188. Follow social media, Instagram, Facebook, niche_financing.
Now, we want to thank you, Lady Diana Allen, for taking the time out to come and speak to us here at the Business End. We also want to thank the listeners and the viewers for taking the time out of your busy schedule today, because I know we're up on the Christmas and festive season. You guys probably have things to do, but you took the time out to spend time with us here. But before we go, we're going to drop some nuggets, what we would have shared here today. First, your customer is very important. Go above and beyond your customers' needs. Satisfy your customer needs. Meet them at their doorsteps, because they are important. If you have repeat customers, those repeat customers are able to drive your business and grow your business. You also have to have strategies in order to improve the growth, to get new customers. What's also important here is make sure that if you're going to go debt financing, make sure that the cash flows that you're making from the loans that you would have borrowed, the cost of that debt, you're making more money from the goods and services that you have used that money to employ. Also want to make mention that you have to research your target customers, research your competitors, set yourself apart from your competitors by differentiating yourself so that you're in the staple mind of households, and persons will know you, know your brand, know what you offer, so that they're able to come to you and help your business to be sustainable. Remember your why. Remember your why. Because there are times when it's going to be challenging, but that why is why you started. That why, those objectives you want to meet. Press on, never give up. Put forward your best strategies to ensure that you're able to meet your customer needs, and your customer loyalty will be increased. And customer loyalty is increased, then your sustainability and your profitability would also be increased. Lady Diana Allen says, we must always remember that our customer comes first. And we want to thank you guys for listening and tuning in to another episode of Business End. You can follow us on our social at The Business End Show on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. Until next time, this has been The Business End Show. Continue to be your increasing best. Thank you.
Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. So take your seat, but don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague. And of course, have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister await you.